As I'm recording this video, the Minnesota Timberwolves are the best team in the NBA playoffs. Post it, print it, put it on a t-shirt. They're the best. They swept the Phoenix Suns in the first round, and quite handily, I must say. Now they have gone on the road and taken the first two games from the higher-seeded Denver Nuggets, last year's NBA champions. They have put the Nuggets in a 2-0 hole. And it's not inconceivable that with the next two games in Minnesota, that the Timberwolves could sweep Denver just like they did to Phoenix. And the way that the Timberwolves are making their opponents basically just give up is a sight to behold. But with as much credit players like Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert are getting, I want to use today's video to focus on some of the role players that have taken this Timberwolves team to another level. Guys, thanks for checking out the channel today. My name is Troy. This is the Half Court Report. Please do me a solid and like this video and also subscribe to the channel as well. It only takes a second and makes a huge difference in how this video performs and getting this channel in front of more people. First off, I want to talk about Nikola Alexander Walker. Now, before this season, I just always thought of him as just another guy, you know? And most of you may not have been familiar with his game as well. But that has completely changed. He was a first rounder in 2019. He played for the Pelicans and was playing all right in his second season, but got traded to Utah and really regressed there. The Jazz didn't really have any need for him. They didn't want him. He was considered basically a throw-in when the Wolves traded for Mike Conley. But now, Alexander Walker has been a revelation this year with the Timberwolves, bringing his length, his defense, and his shooting to this team. He was labeled an X factor in these playoffs and is a big reason that Minnesota is in the position that they are in. On a Timberwolves team with lots of great defenders, Nah has a +3 defensive effective plus-minus. That ranks him in the 98th percentile of all players. So obviously, those numbers show that Minnesota's defense is way better when he's on the floor. Tenacious defender doesn't even begin to describe how good he is on that side of the ball. In Game 2, he had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Another guy that I'm loving for the Timberwolves is Kyle Anderson. So he's always been underrated in my opinion. He started in Game 2 since Rudy Gobert was out, but I love Anderson's versatility and his ability to guard so many positions, the way he rebounds, and how he's able to make plays for his teammates. He's like a 6'9" point guard out there sometimes. He had 6 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals in Game 2, and was a +13 when he was out on the court. He's just a Swiss Army knife kind of player who, yeah, he's got a funky shot, and maybe his game isn't that flashy, but he can get it done. He has toughness, he has a chip on his shoulder, and he kind of has an attitude when he's out there playing as well, and that allows him to step up in these big games. And I'm not going to end this video without talking about Naz Reed. This guy is another example of a player who went undrafted, but has shown that he belongs in the NBA. He's really improved this year as a shooter and as a defender. He was even in the running for 6th Man of the Year. But Naz's commitment to defense has been awesome. He's done much of his defensive damage on the perimeter this year by guarding smaller players in the pick and roll and other actions that would be challenging for most other guys who are 6'9" and 260 pounds. But as a testament to the type of player that Reed is, he embraced that role. He worked all summer to get quicker on his feet and understand Minnesota's defensive principles. And it's paying off. He was a real irritant for Nikola Jokic in Game 2 with 4 blocks, and he was just getting up on him, was basically in his jersey whenever he was on the floor. Naz was a +9 in Game 2, and he even said after that game that he had to train his mindset to be defense first. He said the offense, it is what it is, but I had to make a sacrifice and become a defensive player. And ultimately, I think that's going to be the edge for the Timberwolves in this series. I think Nikola Alexander Walker, Kyle Anderson, and Naz Reed, 3 solid bench pieces. If you look at Denver, their bench has not produced. Reggie Jackson, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, they were nowhere to be found in Game 2. The Nuggets have to get that spark from somewhere if they have a chance of winning this series. The next game for Minnesota could very well break the sound barrier with how loud this crowd is going to get. Timberwolves fans, y'all deserve this because it has been decades of bad basketball. But guys, it is over. You guys have a legit championship contender. Hey, is there enough room on the bandwagon for me? I'm even going to bring my Mike Miller Timberwolves jersey if that's okay. These are some fun playoffs, so make sure you're following along with me. Like this video, subscribe to the channel so you never miss an NBA video. And hey, since you're here, check out the prediction that I did for this series. I gotta say, there were lots of folks, including yours truly, who were doubting this Timberwolves team. So go ahead and check out this video, see if you agree with what I had to say, and I will catch you next time on the Half Court Report. Have a great day.